Hello there, welcome back to Banished and Kingswood. This will most likely be the last episode of it, simply due to the fact that, as I've said before, to me at least, it's become kind of repetitive. I've created a big village. I've created a fairly good system here. I'm pretty sure it can handle itself. So I am actually tempted, since this is the last part, to just start a game, allow it to run, and see how the city does when I just leave it to its own devices. Of course, pests and also, well, sickness to crops, sickness in general, fires, could potentially ruin it since I'm not paying attention, but I'm very tempted to just leave it. But we are going to continue, play a regular last episode, and then we'll decide on what to do after that. So, the eastern farming village here is almost done. I'm still a bit unsure what I want to do with this area here. I think what we're actually going to do is remove either a farm or something here, build houses, and then use that population to, well, do the farming over here. Could of course build another village, but I'm kind of unsure what to do in that area, in all honesty. So, the village itself is faring well. Although I said this is most likely the last episode, I'm not leaving out the possibility that I might actually come back and play at a later date. Plan my village from the beginning so it doesn't actually become, well, the kind of a clusterfuck that we have here. But we'll see. All in all, there's a lot of potential, a lot of possibilities. We're still not out of the potential food deficit, potential food problems. So I don't think anything for granted just yet. Let me just say that. We also have some issues with both the tailors, but also I think the blacksmiths. We're missing some tools and some clothes, so I might have to start importing leather. So as I said, the village could potentially run itself, but it could also, as you see, it's wool that we have more than enough, and leather is what we are missing. So I definitely think that buying cattle and setting up more or less a cattle farming area here could be useful. But once again, with the seas and things like that, it could very well turn bad. So what I think I'll do here is just plan this area out, then we'll see what we end up with once I've done that. My planning for the area is complete. It's been kind of difficult to actually set things up, but there's going to be 2 big pastures, 1 smaller, or actually 3 smaller and 2 big ones, and we're going to have some orchards surrounding them, and that should be fine. I'll also be building 2 barns, so I think what we'll actually have to do is, as I said, most likely remove those chicken pasture potentially and build houses. I'm a little bit unsure how I can or where I can actually build for the best effect when it comes to setting up houses, and potentially, as I said, the chicken coop might actually be the best choice. But as you see, the space here isn't going to be used efficiently. Taking out this place here and building instead could be an option, but again, the space will not be used efficiently. So I think what we most likely will do is end up removing a farm. It will be the easiest thing, and we'll be able to fit most of the things that we want there. So we'll probably remove this farm, or potentially this one, or this one, since they will be working up north. I could also, I'll probably destroy this little one. Now I think about it, it's probably for the best idea is to take this one and then fill in with houses for people that will be working on the area up here. So what we are going to do now is more or less just allow everything to be built, and once that has happened, I'll get back to you. I expect it to be more or less a fairly wide area. Try to use as much space as possible, but it will not be as efficient as it could be, of course, due to how things are set up. We'll see once it's actually been built. As you can see, the building work is coming along nicely. There's also going to be 3 pastures here, so I think we're going to go for cattle, probably chickens, and then some more cattle over here. Other than that, we do more or less have everything that we need here. The building project will probably not be finished this year, but at least the orchards will be they will begin to well, grow trees during the summer here, and they already have really planted them, so that's fine. The barns here there will be 3 new barns, also to accommodate the potential, well, new gain of food. Food wise, we are doing fairly well. Shouldn't actually have too many problems. There's a death here due to starvation, 2 starvation deaths due to the work in this area. That's far less than it actually has used to be, and the reason for that is more or less fairly simple. The do you want to put cattle? Want to put chickens? Yeah, I think we'll put chickens here. And let's see, we'll split from here, which actually almost fills this one. Yeah, didn't they end up here? Where did those chickens end up? Let's try and split from here and see if we get this one filled up then. Yeah, there we go. So I apparently had a pastry that was supposed to be full of chickens that was empty. But that is sorted out now. Of course, these guys will still just be building and preparing this area for, well, for farming more or less. That is perfectly alright. Clothes is still going down, so I am a little bit worried there. I've also started ordering leather from the merchants. So until we can actually get all of the pastries here working, we'll be buying leather, and it shouldn't be a problem. The secondary issue, this amount of stored firewood is rapidly going down, so I think we actually need to build some more woodcutters, and I'm a little bit unsure where I want to place them, but I could potentially just place them here, but I didn't, so I'm going to get punished for that. I guess what we'll actually do here is, once again, shrink the area that these guys can work at and build a couple of woodcutters along the line here. It should be perfectly alright to do so, because I do need them. They basically give me everything I trade, and as such they are just incredibly important to my tiny little village here. Do I want to place them here? Yeah, I do. Of course, it's kind of bad that I'm not using the space optimally, but as a result of that, I think we can allow ourselves to build a, where it is at, there it is, a well here to protect our city a little bit better. I'll build two just to make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So right now, that is basically all that I have left of this game, more or less. Well, not really. But you get my point, I think. Anyways, I'm still a bit unsure on the food that we will not start brewing ale just yet. We'll probably do it soon, though. As you can see, the food is rapidly going down, so we kind of have to be careful and not put ourselves in a bad position by, well, starting to brew ale and sacrifice food a little bit too early. We'll still be building up this area, and once it's actually more or less done, I'll get back to you. We have some more sickness here. An outbreak of mumps have been well recorded. Currently going on in the new builders area, or new area with the building. So hospital, good to have. Do we want to trade for any food? I think we have enough food to last us the summer here. So we're going to dismiss that one. It should be fine. Let me just be frank. So we are going to continue the building project. We actually have another pastry up and running here with 5 cattle, so that is good. We do still have quite a lot of pastries to build, so we're not done yet. And of course, the roads also have to be set up, so quite a bit of things to do. My only worry right now is, as you can see, there's currently 35 people that don't really have anything to do. That's a little bit, no, 70 people that don't really have anything to do. That's way too much, so building some more farms, most likely to the north of the village here, is a potential thing that we might do. We might also get rid of this area completely and just build a lot of farms. And I think I might, as I said, have to do that for the sole purpose of making sure that everything is running smoothly, more or less. But I'll give it a year or two more, and then we'll see. As I said before, I think we might actually have to expand the farms a little bit so that I actually go for up to the border area here. So what we are going to do is get rid of these. It's kind of a risky business, considering that one of those are my herbs, or herbalist workers, and also a lot of my leather come from one of these. So it's not the best, but it's kind of necessary, unfortunately. So we'll have to go with this, and with that, I will just start setting up farms right away. Let's face it, I need leather to just make sure that I don't have to spend everything on well, building stuff, or in this case cows, or cattle, I know what you mean. And leather. What I'm actually going at here is, I kind of had to get those, the cow, in order to make sure that I don't spend all my money on all my firewood on actually buying more leather. So that is actually the point here to what I'm trying to stumble myself forward to saying. Anyways, we are going to, as I said, turn this into a farming area, and hopefully we can do that during this winter. so that we will be ready before next year. 1, 2, 3, 4 farms so far. The funny thing is, these buildings kind of cover the required amount of people to farm. We also have a low amount of food net right now, so it's not looking too good. I'm going to remove this road. We're going to remove these roads. I think also going to remove these roads just to make sure that we can actually build the way that we want to. And I might also just get rid of these guys, set up another one of those hunters, gatherers, villages over here, for instance. I might actually just send my farms in this direction instead. That is probably a better idea. And thus the I should probably set up another farming village here, but we'll figure it out. I should also, of course, have no, I shouldn't have built. I should have bought way more food. Because apparently, I might actually run short, which is, first and foremost, it's embarrassing, especially considering the fact that I said that I believe we have enough. But also the explosion here in amount of people doesn't actually have any jobs or anything like that. It's also concerning, but it's part of why. It's my own fault. I can't complain. At least now we have started to harvest, so it should be fine. I will be buying food if any trader gives me the opportunity, though. So it's not doomsday just yet. I will set up a new farming area though, in this area here, and we'll see how things look after that. We have run into a problem here, and orchid has developed an infestation, so I guess we'll cut down the trees and these 3 orchids just to try and be safe. Of course, it's not actually a guarantee that it will sort out the potential issues here, and I'll be putting more people to work just to be able to make sure that we can cut down trees quickly, more or less. Farming area here is coming along nicely too, so nothing to worry about there. My main concern there is that we have at this moment less food at this stage than we had last year, so I definitely need to buy some more food, especially with the growing population. It seems like I was a little bit preemptive when I said that, well, we have enough food, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Also, as you can see here, it's kind of a funny pattern that the eastern farms here are getting, and that is due to the fact of the mountain here. I might actually have to make a road here with most likely a tunnel if possible, to make sure that people can effectively get back and forth. So we'll probably end up building a tunnel that goes through here if I can. So let's just check first if it's actually a possibility of building said tunnel. Now, tunnel cannot be placed in this location. No, I can't actually build said tunnel either, so it's not a good scenario. Well, it could be interesting, but at least if I can, I have no use for stone whatsoever. You're the most useless merchant that could actually have arrived. You're also having some health issues apparently, so we definitely need to fix the current problems, and the best way of doing that is probably just by, well, of course, building more farms. And I think I'll actually build one more farm in the height here, so that I will almost actually get into their area. So that means I need to get rid of 3 parts of road too, and that's perfectly alright. It will, as I said, go into their area a little bit too much, but it should be fine. We'll see if we can actually survive the winter with my currently or with my, well, may say when it comes to how many people actually would be born, not burned. We'll see if my village can survive the winter. There we go. I actually got the Mason achievement, so I could put some people, or this kind of actually sounds mean, I could take some people out of the mines, but I think we'll actually, or the quarries, sorry. I think we're just going to keep them there because there is the stone gatherer achievement too, so stonecutter, I think. So we're going to just leave them there. Also, I don't really have anything else to put them to work with, so as you can see, the farming here is coming along nicely. There will be 12, I believe, new farms. Yeah, there will be 12 new farms to add to the food next year, and unfortunately I haven't actually had any food merchants yet, so we'll see. I'll probably play to the end of next year to see how things turn out, if I can actually start the ale brewing business, things like that. But it should be fine. Already having someone die in starvation is kind of bad. 2 deaths to starvation already. They're actually starving to death. We have food right now. It's more the building project. Apple seeds. You're useless. And you're also useless. Good to know. I get everything. The funny thing is, when I need something, they do not appear. When I have what I need, they just, well, come with more what I don't need. So that's fine. But we are going to just finish this building project. We're going to set up the roads again, and hopefully we can make a city that will survive without me. We'll see how it goes. As you can see, we are in summer. We have little food, but luckily enough, the beans gave one hell of a yield this year, and as a result, they could already during at least late summer start the harvest, which is kind of surprising, really. It's almost that we managed to get to harvest done in 1 year, but that doesn't really matter. As you can see, I've opted for building 2 tunnels, and that is once again to make traveling times shorter. I'm pretty sure that someone who lives in this village probably works on these farms too, so it's to cut down potential traveling time. And I'm a little bit unsure if I actually would have preferred to build potentially a bridge over here, a tunnel, something like this, but I don't think so. What I might actually do instead is try and build some more fishing docks to try and get, well, a little bit more fish, and thus a better source of food all year around. But we'll see. This will probably be a food merchant. I haven't had a food merchant here in ages. Oh, someone actually brought me food. Well, we will trade for the food just to be safe, but as you can see, late summer 21,000. I'm pretty sure that we have everything that we need here, so I'll take the wheat, and I'll take the corn, I think. No, I think I'll take this. Set up 2,000 corn and then 2,000 apples. That should be fairly enough. Fairly alright. We have, as you can see, quite a good amount of firewood. We have a good amount of logs, so trading this 2,000 firewood for food is not a problem at all. I have actually bought leather. I've bought 500 leather so far. I don't think I need to buy anything right now, but it will be nice to have them just for future use. But we are going to buy our other logs, because they are nice to have. But as I said, probably end it right here. I'm just going to wait until we reach the end of the year to see how well the harvests are going. I could potentially take another season or another year just to make sure that potentially the tunnels here will be of help, but I'll build them nonetheless. They are nice to have. I should potentially also build a tunnel that goes like this to cut down traveling times here too, but I don't think that's a possibility. No, no tunnel. I think I actually tried that. No tunnel can be placed in this location, so that's a little bit on the bad side, but it's perfectly all right. My village has grown pretty nicely though. As you can see, food is going up. We had 60,000 at the end of the last year. So I am pretty sure that with the amount of food that is left in all of these farms, we have set up now a village that will just continue to grow, continue to handle the food. The only problem, of course, is that I have 81 laborers now. That doesn't actually do anything, but it should be fine because the amount of children has gone down by about 50. So basically, the population now is evening itself out. There won't be any sudden boom of children. So if we can actually support the current population, I'm pretty damn sure that the village here will survive, and I can actually have then 100 freeloaders just running around, not doing anything, which is kind of hilarious when you think about it. But we have already broken the food record for last season, and as you can see here, I'll just allow them to harvest everything, and then we'll check some of the statistics in the town hall. As I said, I want to play this year 200, but let's face it, it would just be more of the same. I would build more farming villages, probably just harvest all hunters and gatherers in this area since it's so rocky, and potentially some farming up here, but other than that, it would just be more of the same, I think. The village, of course, would have become big, but would just become more or less a organizational nightmare. That is what we would have ended up at, I think. But again, we have broken the food record quite substantially, 20,000 more than last season at this time. I have no idea if we actually have produced more, if we just consumed less, so let's take a quick look here. Food, let us take 1 year. No, 2 years. Yeah, we are producing now more than we actually eat, so that is wonderful. In the last 10 years, we, well, have produced 40,000 more, but all in all is fine. We actually have produced 3 million units, almost 3.2 million units of food so far, and at 300,000, it seems like 300,000 has gone to waste, which is a little bit surprising. Current produced. As you can see, we are definitely in the driver's seat, so I wouldn't worry too much. Inventory wise, we're doing fairly well. Also, the only thing I really haven't been able to make something work with here is, as you can see, the biggest 67,000 was on its biggest last year. So we are definitely we have definitely made an impact here, and we'll probably just go on food profits now for the unforeseeable future. So that's fine. I am still missing a seed though, so that's kind of annoying. But all in all, this village should be able to support itself. Now the only thing I really have to buy is leather until the point where my where my cows come to the point actually where they are full and leather and meat is being harvested. Other than that, as I said, we should be perfectly alright. I think I need to send some cattle into that one, but that's fine. We have some deaths to starvation though, which is a little bit surprising. It's probably due to long travel time, so the city isn't optimized at all, unfortunately. We have 112 workers now not doing anything, but I'm pretty sure, as I said, the city will be able to survive even with them. So we might actually build some more farms here or something like that. We'll see. The tunnels will here be a very good help. A little bit surprised that there's so many deaths to starvation, but as I said, it's probably actually due to the fact that I set up my farms here in a wonky manner. But unfortunately, this is the end of this series. It has actually been quite fun, but as I said, towards the end, it more or less just became too repetitive for me. And all I really would have done is just keep on expanding. The achievement was a nice thing to have. Of course, it's too bad I couldn't get some of them, but let's face it. Someone working in a profession for at least 5 years. Jack of all trades will be easy to get. I just have to put someone in working with ale. With these two, I could potentially get away very easily in another game. Might actually do that to continue this if I want to play more. Experts would also be easy to just stock up. I just need to make ale. Firefighter, 20 well, should also be easy. Farming would also be an easy. Food variety, also easy. Stonework is what we're currently working on, so that we would also get. Immigrants, we could get that, but let's face it, letting 200 people immigrate into a town like this would probably have led to a food shortage. That would be amazing, but that's fine. Would also most likely gotten established in tenure, along with Master Builder and Builder. I should have Builder because I'm pretty sure I've built everything I can build. No, I don't have wooden houses. That is why I didn't get it. So all I really need to do is build a wooden house, and that would be enough to actually get that one. But I do have a boarding house. I built it down here. It hasn't actually been used ever, I think. So that is fine. I could potentially put the laborers here to work with to work in the mines. I think we're actually going to do that. We're going to have them take out coal, I think. No reason to actually have them take out anything else. There's just 5% remaining too, so they won't be working there for long, but it could be useful. But, as I said, this is the end, unfortunately. I might actually, as I said, make another episode later, or just allow a time lapse to go, leave the city to its own devices, and see how well it does. It's up to you, really. Thank you for watching. Please tell me if you want me to do time lapse up to about 200. Just allow the city to run on its own to see if it falls to starvation and deaths. It could be interesting. Thank you for watching. Please have a comment, praise, criticism. Once again, no idea why I said that twice. I guess it just got out of my mindset. But as I said, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you around for the next series. For now, I'll just focus on. I think we're going to finish Smugglers. We're going to finish Everland. And I will probably still keep on doing Spelunky a little bit now and then when I feel like I need a little bit of frustration in my life. But for now, we'll leave Banished here. Thank you for watching, and bye.